So I have here with me Melissa, right,
Yes,
from University College of the North. So thank you for joining us, Melissa.
thank you
And I
for
have a
inviting us.
good. And I have a few questions for you. The first one is, we had a recent survey in 2019 for the Manitoba First Nations report, and it indicated about half of our on-reserve students at high school level want to attend a post-secondary institution. But then I was told from my supervisor that the reality is only about 10% of students actually do go to a post-secondary institution. So I was just wondering, from your perspective, Melissa, what you do at UCN College of the North to help bridge that gap.
At UCN, we acknowledge that gap for our First Nation students, and we offer mature student programming and upgrading in their home communities with a UCN post-secondary access center or at our main campuses. We also offer post-secondary training opportunities in communities with post-secondary centers where our instructors go into those communities to teach. We also provide orientation activities at both campuses, so our students who have relocated can meet peers and create community within our doors. We have student ambassadors who represent our student body and provide peer support at our UCN campus events.
Awesome. I really like to hear that you actually go into some of the communities to do some teaching. So that's really awesome to hear.
We provide 12 access centers in communities, and we're also knocking on doors of communities where we don't have centers and providing opportunities in those First Nations.
Oh, that's great. That's a really good way to bridge the gap. So everything you mentioned there. Second question I have for you, what are some of the campus services available specifically for First Nation students?
UCN, 70% of our student population self-identifies as Indigenous, whether they're First Nations status, non-status, Métis, or Inuit. So our campus services are for all students. They're not specifically just for First Nation students. However, we do have Aboriginal student centers on both main campuses in the Paw and Thompson, where Indigenous cultural teachings are shared with everyone who is interested.
Now, I know some of our students from a high school's perspective, they're probably wondering, what would campus life be like for a first year student? That could be a little daunting and overwhelming. So if you could share a little bit about that, it might help to ease that anxiety.
I just wanted to explain a little further the uniqueness of UCN, or University College of the North. We offer college and trade certificate programs that are 10-month programs, as well as college diploma programs that are 2 years long, and university degrees, which are 3 or 4 years in length. So when I looked at this question, some of our students are only going to attend campus with us or programs with us for 1 year. So they're technically a first year student for the duration of their studies with us. Our students are independent and responsible for their planning and organization of school and personal life. Our students live and study independently. However, we provide daytimers for students to schedule daily, short-term, and long-term goals that they set for themselves. If our students are having trouble planning or organizing study schedules or budgeting, they can contact our student services for support. They can also meet with our academic advisors to register for courses, but they can also register independently. UCN orientation provides workshops on budgeting, finances, student awards, and other student services. Our team of student advisors, counselors, and instructors work closely with students to ensure that they are on the right track. So if our students find that they're in academic or disciplinary intervention, our faculty work with them closely in an early intervention process.
Well, that's awesome. And I really like to hear about the student planner. I used to work at a post-secondary institution, and I would highlight that student planner because it was, for some people, a real lifesaver in scheduling and planning out each date of academic studies that come up. So,
Exactly. Yes.
all right. So fourth question I have, if I live on a reserve of federal land, what kind of bursaries or funding would I have available for tuition and costs?
Once a
Uh,
student has received an acceptance letter, they can contact their local post-secondary education office to find funding for post-secondary education. They have their own deadlines and application requirements. So I can't speak specifically for funding on reserve, but at University College of the North, our financial aid and awards University College of the North Financial Aid and Awards staff serve as a resource to students and prospective students seeking funding and bursaries once students have been accepted into the program.
and you know what? That's a great segue about being accepted into the program in admissions. What kind of, I'm just thinking, if I was a high school student, what kind of marks would I need to meet your admissions requirement at UCN?
We have every program at UCN has different admission requirements. Like I have mentioned before, we have the College of Trades, Faculty of Health, Faculty of Education, as well as the Faculty of Arts, Business, and Science. They all have different admission requirements. People can check out our UCN admission requirements in our online versions of view books or academic calendars. But if students prefer a physical copy, they can contact the student recruitment team to have a copy mailed out to them at our expense. Students can also check their local high school guidance counselors for copies of our UCN view books or our academic calendars.
So I'm going to move on to the next question that I have here. You know, our communities they're all different and unique. And so a lot of the practices are different and unique for individuals that live in this communities. So some may do smudging, some students may want to access an elder or peer learning, or used to maybe even, study groups with just indigenous peers, right? And
Yes.
so are there any accommodations specifically for Indigenous students while living on campus at UCN or attending your school?
We have Aboriginal student centers at both the Paw and Thompson. In our Aboriginal student centers, we have smudging available. We also have UCN elders on campus who provide counseling. They share their cultural teachings and meet with individuals or groups. We also provide opportunities to our students, staff, and faculty to participate in our sweat lodges, our pipe ceremonies, feasts, graduation powwows. And it is inclusive to all students. So we have students from the international student body who will come into our Aboriginal student centers and share their cultural teaching with our student body as well.
And you know what? That will help make students, I feel that attend a lot of the on-reserve schools just feel more comfortable, more at home. And I really encourage, if you end up attending the University College of the North, to access these services. They are a benefit.
Yes, they are.
So I'm going to move on to the next question. So as we know, with COVID-19, there's a lot of online learning now, and I'm sure that's the same for UCN. Will there still be online learning and distance education? So say if I'm a high school student on a reserve and I want to stay on my reserve, would I still be able to get a college diploma or university degree at your institution?
We believe we have adapted our model of hybrid learning during COVID-19 pandemic. We expect to be moving forward with these changes, and they'll be part of our future delivery. To what extent, we really can't be sure. Our students in the College of Trades, Faculty of Health, and Faculty of Education have had to relocate to the PAW and Thompson to complete face-to-face delivery of their programs. All theory was delivered online. However, the technical hands-on component of some programs required the return of students in face-to-face studying on campus. However, our physical distancing in classrooms, wearing masks on campus, and providing hand sanitization stations on campus according to the provincial guidelines have been followed.
I definitely like to hear that safety is your utmost priority for that. Because again, we don't know how long this pandemic is going to last. And moving forward, safety needs to be a priority. So I'm glad you guys are all taking that safety precaution and having distance ed courses. But again, there's some things that just need to be on
Hands-on.
campus for that
Yes.
hands-on learning, right? Which makes sense.
Yes.
So moving on to the next question. Are there tutoring services available? And are they included in my tuition if I was to attend your school?
So we have tutoring services available before COVID, during COVID, and we assume after COVID. We have provided face-to-face opportunities before, but now they have moved online. Our tutoring services are free for all students and are paid by our student association fees that are included in our tuition.
Well, I'm sure all students will like to hear that that's included in the tuition. It's not something extra cost.
Yes.
Moving on to the next question. If I live on a reserve, how can I best explore my career or course options for your institution?
We are online. They can come to ucn.ca on our website and look through our program guides. All program and course options are available online. We can also set up appointments with the student recruitment team where we can work one-on-one or in virtual groups with students. Also, I'd like to add that view books and academic calendars can be mailed out to interested people at UCN cost.
And I know this was something that we're talking about even before we started this video recording, is that sometimes for some communities, especially if it's a flying community or it's a little bit more remote, that internet access is not always available or an option to go on that website. So I really like to hear that you're actually mailing that information package out as well.
Yes.
Now the next, go ahead.
Sorry. We also do phone calls where we will phone interested people to be able to talk to them on the phone personally so that they have that connection with the recruiter as well.
And then again, if I was a student, that'd be my preferred method. I like to talk to people just like we're doing now.
Yes.
So there's only 2 more questions left. And they're pretty specific questions because a lot of post-secondary institutions offer different courses. And so these are more specifically related to the course selection and options that you have at UCN. 28% of First Nation students surveyed in Manitoba in our MFNREC June 2019 report said that they wanted a career in either medical science and technology. And so I was just wondering, what learning opportunities do you have available in these areas?
At UCN, we have the Faculty of Health, which offers a Bachelor of Nursing program, Diploma in Nursing, Healthcare Aid, and Primary Care Paramedic. We also offer a course in medical terminology as well. And I'd like to also add that we have the Office Assistant Certificate program, which has a medical major. We also have a Bachelor of Arts degree program that offers a minor in science.
And you know what I just heard there? Options, options, options. And that is great because students definitely need that. And finally, for our last question. Now, again, this is according to the MFNREC June 2019 survey. 47% of First Nation students said they wanted a trades job after graduating high school. So again, what options in this particular area do you have available at your school?
University College of the North, we have the College of Trades and Technology programs. In the PAW, we offer automotive technician, carpentry and woodworking, culinary arts, electrical trades fundamentals, heavy duty mechanics, industrial welding, and natural resource management. We offer the introduction to trades. It's where students are prepared to repair and maintain residential, commercial, and industrial buildings. Students in the intro to construction trades learn fundamentals of carpentry, electrical, and plumbing. We offer other trades programs through our workforce development centers and post-secondary access centers as well. For example, we offer the heavy equipment operator as well as home builder certificates in these programs.
Wow. Again, I'm hearing options, options, options available.
Yes, we're very unique as we offer trades, college and university programs for students.
And is your main campus located in Thompson, or where is that located, if you don't mind me asking?
We say we have two main campuses,
Okay.
the PAW and Thompson. Thompson has the big main campus, which delivers our university programs, while we offer the offsite trades program at our Severn Crescent unit. In the PAW, we're in one standalone building where all university, college, and trades programs are delivered. So it's quite different.
And that's one thing I really appreciate about the University College of the North is that it'd be probably more accessible to a lot of our more remote or northern communities, right? And so I
Yes.
really just want to highlight that. And other things to highlight, I'll be stay tuned at the end of this video because there'll be some great things posted for you to check out even further for website links and other connections to get involved and just explore, explore, explore. This is one video, many more to come. Thank you very much, Melissa.
You're welcome, Brett. Thanks for welcoming us for an interview.
Le Hosan Shema.